Yeah, I'm plugged in now. Welcome to part 3. My phone died at the end of part 2, and I can't show anything more on the bookshelf, but I was going to finish up on the Vector. The WC300 DSV, it sounds really good. Like, not Sangean levels or Spark T750 levels, but it sounds pretty good as far as, especially an emergency radio like that goes. The internal rechargeable battery is still working after 15 years. It is quite the chonker of a radio, but it is very good. Thoughts, Vector Collector?
Well, I have actually had that radio for over a year, and I know all the ins and outs of it. So, I think it's a good radio. I don't recommend it though, because it's honestly a piece of shit in today's standards. But I really like it. If you're into unique stuff, do not pass up the company Vector.
Yeah, they were honestly one of the most innovative companies.
As bad as as hard as they suck, they had a lot of good. They had some good innovation.
I mean, hey, the VEC 438 is probably one of the smallest radios with a crank out there. Giggity.
It is the smallest, though.
Although it doesn't have AM for some reason.
Honestly, I would have put AM before I would have put FM.
I mean, a lot of stuff is FM only, like the Braille notes, a lot of MP3 players that have radio, etc. Okay, Mr. Slave, now spread open. Here comes Lemmiwinks. Devices too hot. Video quality may be affected. Bite me. Yes. The other radio on the shelf is a Midland 74-200 version 8. It's a turd. It was revolutionary for the time because it was a pretty early SAM radio. It was still a pretty early SAM radio. It had a clock and a calendar, which you can't say about the 250. It has a door that's permanently attached. Well, it's designed to be permanently attached. You're not supposed to be able to remove it. Anyways, it's a bit of a crock. It's not even really receiving WX84 well right now. It's running through the YouTube notifications I missed because I just heard it say, "Bro, you okay?" Vector Collector commented. Yeah, no one was able to get a hold of me. Just because, communications outage. Thoughts? Because you have a 74-200. Thoughts?
Don't buy it.
Yeah. Now we get over here to the more section. Oh, there's still some...
My 522, Xander, my 522 fell over.
Oh. Yeah, that thing's more of a crock than the 74-200.
Yeah.
But over here, there's still some cool stuff. But it's a bit more...
Is that where your CRS is?
Yes.
That's the same as range as that spot.
Well, the 382 is here too.
Okay.
And the first alert.
Okay.
And that.
That sounds like a business conference call ringtone.
Anything choose.
Man, I should have accepted the 74-200.
I was at 6.
522.
Hey, you got a 262, an Emerson Research, and a Spark, which doesn't have HD alerts.
Don't re-fucking me.
But anyways, we're gonna start with the best radio over here. This is one of my favorite radios in the collection.
Mine too. I have this too, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is the Uniden Bearcat BC370 CRS from the late 2000s. This is a fully featured analog scanner. This thing has AM radio. It's got FM.
The missile rises into the air, the music swells, and then the camera cuts to Kim and a bunch of generals.
You can tune to analog TV channels 2 through 13, which don't exist anymore, but the thought's there.
Just at the green.
You've got NOAA weather radio. Well, we'll get to the same. What a crock for reception. I think it's because my phone is less than a foot away from it, but it's all kinds of analog scanner bands. You can receive anything from, like, even today, you can still receive stuff like airport ATIS systems and transmissions, CB and ham radio repeaters. That's about it. So back on 680. And
Three main features that distinguish it from every other radio.
one of those is same detection on on AM, FM, TV, analog TV, and NOAA weather radio. So you can receive alerts from civil authorities that don't make it to weather radio, like require weekly and monthly tests, etc. One of them is the National Institute for Standards and Technology, NIST time. This thing can receive atomic time stations from Boulder, Colorado, and automatically set itself, which Vector Collector has demonstrated and works beautifully on his, and I haven't tested on mine.
Yes.
And the third feature?
The third feature would be what was I going to say? God. What was I going to say?
Either way, this is a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
One issue with the BC 300 series scanners, the 340, 345, 365, and 370, is the squelch potentiometer can go out on these, and that's what happened with mine whenever I got it. So I was able to get it cheaper than most people. But with a repair done by my computer service repair teacher, his brother, it was able to return to service. So I would, Vector Collector got a BCA 370, BCA 370. What is a BCA 370?
What the hell is the BCA 370?
Vector Collector got a BC 370 recently, and what are your thoughts on it?
I love it. It's my favorite radio. I don't usually use mine for weather. Let me see. What is mine right now? Mine is okay. It's actually in weather right now. I should not be there. It's actually mine usually monitors because I'm like 30 miles from 700 WLW transmit site, so I just usually leave it on for 700 WLW. When funny enough, I caught their RMT a few days ago.
I got woke up by WVAF's RWT Monday morning at like 12:05.
I have not still figured out when WLW is.
Yeah. You can store up to 4. Sorry.
Doesn't everybody have to do a weekly?
Yeah, but it's most time at random times and schedules. But anyways, you can store 4 Phipps County codes into this radio, and you can actually toggle them on and off as needed by pushing the soft keys, the buttons below the screen when you're in weather mode.
Yeah.
This thing is a fantastic radio. I would most certainly recommend going out and buying one if you can find one and find it at a good price.
These are not the most common things, though. They're not like widespread.
And furthermore, most areas have converted to digital trunking scanning systems. Most commonly P25 Phase 1. And so as a result, this unit, its scanning functions have been made mostly obsolete. You will need a newer, fancier scan like a Whistler WS-1040 or 1065 or one of the Radio Shack made models.
Right.
But I would still definitely recommend getting one of these. The speaker quality is not the best, but so be it. It's just what you get. And the sirens on this thing are awesome. Moving onwards from that to a bit of a, slight turd.
If I get in the ring with him, he wants to slay me.
Did that tell you? This is a Recom R1650C, which I've had since mid-2021, so for a bit over a year now. And mine, I think the speaker is either starting to go or the amp is starting to go, but I think it's the speaker. But this radio features same detection on weather radio, 16 adjustable siren levels, full featured alert blocking, as well as AM/FM reception. Yeah.
Just on Archer, 77 degrees are high today at Fischler Jaeger Airport. Forecast for tonight is for cloudy skies and
Quit muttering.
25% partly scattered showers, some late night fog, and a low of 61. While then tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, light northeasterly breezes, warmer 78, with a 25% chance of a shower or thunder.
25-cent chance?
Totally dry out. Partly cloudy.
Did you say
cloudy,
25-cent
dry,
chance?
warmer with the high near 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Alan Archer with the weather station 97.5 WQBE.
That's the FM monitor I've chosen for this thing, and the AM monitor for the Bearcat is 680 WKZ. Next up, above, I don't care if you're updating Gboard, don't talk about it. Radio above this, has the same warning siren as the Recom. And the valid button beep is actually shared between the two, between the valid button beep of the 74200 and the menu enter beep of the Recom.
Right.
This is a Midland 74210.
6.9 inches. Sunset tonight is at 8:9.
It's
Why did it have to be 6-9?
3 a.m. This is no weather radio. All
because Charleston is a funny office.
in Charleston.
This unit is weather band and FM, kind of like the VEC 438. And the FM station I'm monitoring on this is 100.9 WMXE. To the danger zone. Thoughts on the 74210?
Don't have much experience. Whatever else I guess.
I love these beeps.
Not just call on line one.
Shut up, Discord. To the right of that, we have the most common radio ever.
The W air or W air
And Central Appalachians, a lingering upper level.
Versione de Cinco. This is a WR100 version 5, which I've had since early 2021, and actually got a new inbox in the clamshell packaging. Ugh. This thing is, knock on wood, still working great.
Okay, you did it twice.
Yes.
The forecast for the greater
But yeah, it's still working good. Thoughts on the WR100?
Way too common.
Way too dying.
Yes, way too dead.
And we're reaching the end of the video. We're going to be getting to my second to last radio. And your hint for this is Screw you.
No mini button.
This is...
Do that too.
Well, he's got a 262. Having fun with my 262, eh?
That's mine.
And your Vector is mine.
Wait, this does have adjustable alert.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You're just imagining it, dude. Trust me, the 262 and 382 don't.
No, they do because when you push volume,
That doesn't adjust the volume. That's just an invalid button beep.
I swear it does.
I was gonna collab in a video, but I got high.
Yeah, I know it has adjustable alert.
No, it doesn't.
Listen. Hold the volume down. Just hold it.
What?
I told you.
What?
I told you.
The steps were so slow, I never noticed. I don't think anybody else knows about this.
Yeah. Let's see how high it goes.
Pretty odd. Okay, yeah, okay. New discoveries.
There's gotta be a maximum to it. Yep. There's a maximum.
I'm sorry I ever distrusted you, dude. I seriously, I didn't think it had that.
I told you it did.
I've never heard of anybody mentioning that it has adjustable volume.
Okay.
But the 12382 is basically if the 261 and 262, if the 262 shoved its antenna into the 261's battery compartment.
Right.
Don't ask. But it's basically
I told you I was right.
basic. You don't have to rub it here. If you can rub that in, I will rub in whatever you told me to not rub in.
I don't remember what I told you not to remember.
Was it the WR100 or
No? No?
wasn't that? Oh, I remember what it was. Weep whoop.
What?
The 519. Oh, I forgot the 991. Okay, it's the third to last radio. Ah, God, I'm always forgetting something. At least I remember the Zone Guard this time. Man, this came around, I think, 2007, and it's basically a...
No, it's not that. Oh, the 3 and 2, yeah, that was 2007. The 991 was 2012.
Yeah, we'll get to the 991 again. It gets an honorable mention. Mine's more beautiful.
For the middle of Ohio?
Because it's a Black Lives Matter 261. But it's basically a 262 shoved into a 261, basically shoved into a 261 case. And this does come with the same tuner issues as the 262. Mine's still working good, knock on wood. Although it still uses a 9 volt for 2007.
Yeah.
I think it's a good radio. If you can find one cheap, possibly get it. I don't know. You're still gambling with the tuner. Your thoughts? Thoughts on the two?
So the 262 has 4 invalid button beats.
Anyways, what are your thoughts on the 382? I saw that.
It's got the box too, which is nice.
I got this one for like 20. You should have bought like the $3 one that had the holes cut in it.
Oh god.
Second to last radio on the chopping block is my Eton Zone Guard older generation.
Right.
This radio came out. When did it come out?
The Zone Guard was 2013.
That recent?
Yeah.
So anyways, the Zone Guard came out in 2013, and it's actually a bit of an underappreciated radio. It's got its quirks and its failures, but it's actually got a lot of features, in like the DeFat siren and like the different.
Yeah, you realize it's just a fast siren.
Yeah, yeah, the DeFat siren. It's actually really small and it's very easily wall mountable to screws. Runs off of 3 AA batteries.
Which, I had a Zone Guard for a very short time, and I loved it.
Mine is still working.
Thinking about getting a new one.
Yeah. I do have the stand with mine, so that's good. I moved the Coke out of the way and I knocked over my deodorant. My fan's off, by the way, for better audio. If I switch it to weather broadcast.
It's so
Highs in the lower 80s.
What, Kenan?
so hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Thank you.
But anyways, if I put on weather broadcast,
Be cloudy. A chance of showers.
wireless supremacy.
Don't remind me.
Hey, you know what? I can torture you with two things at once. Wireless supremacy. Wireless supremacy.
Stop it. Yeah, well, that's fine because I got a weapon there too, buddy. I got.
It's shorter sirens, so it's worse.
It's still a touchscreen, damn it.
But does it have Skywarn?
No.
Does it have stereo speakers?
Yeah.
Does it have a BNC antenna?
No.
Does it recharge batteries?
No. Stop it.
Does it suck your dick?
No comment.
But weather broadcast sounds decent on here, and if I flip it to FM,
Hey, what's up? It's Dee in the morning, and thank you so much for starting your day with us. Now listen.
License plate. Answer a few questions about your car's history and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive.
this thing's okay. It's not the best in terms of speaker quality, simply because it's so thin. There's not really enough room to. What?
What radio is it?
Zone Guard.
Ah, yes, yes.
But this thing is so thin, the body can't really be a resonance chamber for the speaker. But it is decent. It gets iffy reception. But I do hate, on these older generation Zone Guards, how you can only move the antenna in and out, giggity. You cannot move it in another direction, giggity.
It is not quaddirectional.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's infinite directional because you can rotate it an infinite number of degrees.
What I do like about the older Zone Guard is it's green instead of yellow for advisory.
Yeah. And I do enjoy the general concept of an alert beacon.
No more to the public, but yeah, we're implementing that.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna say. That's all you people need to know.
Anyways, thoughts on the Eton, as my phone says. I'm sorry. Why is there an umlaut?
Yeah.
You're an American company. Don't pull the German lettering on me. Thoughts on the Eton Zone Guard?
It is a good radio. It has gotten a bit pricey over the years. I bought mine for $25. No shit, brand new on Amazon.
I got mine used, but with the box for like $30.
If you can find them cheaper for used, get them. It is not a radio I would go run out and buy again because they're not the best, but they're definitely not bad either.
Yeah. Anyways, the last radio is another one of my favorites. I'm gonna go grab it.
Wait,
I just knocked over a Bluetooth speaker and a VHS tape.
the 991.
If I knew how many down in the menu the siren test was on this thing, I would do the 996 funny. I'm only running this. The reason why I forgot about this radio is because I'm actually using. I only have one power supply that'll fit either this or the Zone Guard, and so I'm kind of short on supplies. Wait. Bro, why is this getting a bad signal for once in its life? This is the Radio Shack 12-991. This came out in 2012 as the first model of the 99X series of radios, which also included the 993 handheld, which I want, and the 996 desktop radio, which I kind of want.
Which I have.
You're welcome.
Which, oh yeah, but no, I will fight you for that 993, bro. Don't go there with me.
But this radio is weather band only, but it does have SAME, and the big thing with the 991 and the 993 is the tuners in these are second to none. These things have never failed, and more importantly, these things get incredible reception.
So does the 996. You're leaving it out.
The 991 and the 993 are the only radios of the 99X series. There is no 996.
There's the 996.
The 991 and the 993 are the only two radios of the 99X series. It is wondered when Radio Shack will introduce the 12-995.
There's the 996.
I told you my username in Antonio's old server was Midland Shack 74-996 VP2.
I love it. But no, I'm sorry. Those radios did not deserve to go out the way they did. They went out, failed. They went out into the worst way possible.
Yeah. They didn't sell as many of these as they deserved to, because these were fantastic radios, and these were
Especially the 993.
yeah, and they were really innovative. And honestly, I feel like Radio Shack, because they do still exist, they only have for Chapter 11, not Chapter 13. They should bring at least the 993 and the 996 back into production, because plenty of people that wanted some of them, like me with the 996 and 993, and Vector Collector with the 993, want them, but we can't find them very easily, and when we do find them, they're outrageously expensive.
Actually, I found a few 991s for here recent, so I might get another.
Yeah, well, I found this, I got it off of Antonio for about $30 last year, and that was honestly a really good deal, and I'm really happy with it. The 991s, they pop up, and they're typically at decent prices. The 993s you basically never see, and the 996s are just overpriced for the most part. Just like the 519s.
But, they will return, but we're not going to say how soon, but they will return. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Anyways, the 991 is one of my favorite radios out there. This thing has, like, almost never missed an activation. Even up at school, I'm using this thing to monitor a station from State College.
Yeah.
Anyways, your thoughts on the 991?
I would love to get one. I do not currently own one, but I do own its big brother, the 996, which the 996 has some of the best speed quality out there.
Sanjian begs to differ.
Actually, it's very close to the Sandian.
Spark begs to differ.
Actually, it's very close to the Spark.
Klipsch begs to differ.
It's very close to the clip.
I'm sorry, is your 996 a 2.1 channel speaker system?
Yes. It can be because it has audio out.
It's probably not stereo, though.
It is actually. Yeah.
The only weather radios I've seen with stereo audio outputs that I've ever owned were the Sangean slash Motorola and the C-Crane ZC Pocket. Hang on, is 300 version 8 stereo or is it mono? Headphone.
Never checked. I should have, but I didn't.
You want to know what?
What?
Let's check.
What's not?
It's super quick. Because I want to know if, because the V5, it only outputs audio on one channel like the 74200. I'm wondering if this is at least dual mono. Where's my aux cord? There's... Oh. A little bit of rain.
Ronnie?
The raindrops keep falling on my hair. We're about to find out. You walk over here, plug them in, and see.
That's for the WXJE.
Bruh, it's one speaker. I'm sorry. For like 2004, 5, or 7 or whatever, one speaker was okay. For 2020, it is not.
No.
The WR400, which came out earlier than the 300 V8, had dual mono, so why can't this?
Well, I'm assuming it would be a lot of money to completely redesign the board, though.
Didn't they completely redesign the board, though?
Yeah?
So there you go. You proved yourself wrong. Oh, that voice crack. But anyways. But honestly, just an overall collection overview. I've got some, not really any rarities anymore. I had a couple of rarities, don't now. Oh well. I've got some common. I've got a ton of common radios, a couple of uncommons.
You forgot the first alert.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is on the wall. Real last radio. You can tell I'm wore out. Real last. Real last radio. The First Alert WX150.
The WXE
Oh baby, I love it when you speak the Spanish. Oh baby, I love it when you mess up the Spanish.
The temperature was 70.
Oh baby, I love it when you screw up the Spanish. That voice crack at the end was freaking terrible.
Okay, Danny.
So come on down South Park and meet some friends of mine. Anyways,
Nobody says there.
yeah, I said the original version.
Did you do the R count is bigger than it, or did you do
The I like.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, WX150. Weatherman only. This came out. God only knows when.
2002.
2000. Whoa. It's older than I thought. Mine, you have to use a metal spudger to get the battery compartment open.
I was there for the unboxing.
Yes, he was. Good, decent signal. It's wall mounted right now.
Another disturbance arrives late Saturday, providing for increasing rain chances during the second half of the weekend into the start of the new work week.
Remind me, what pitch is mine?
Low.
Let me just get out some cash from the ATM. Let me see here. Withdraw. $125.
If you
Confirm.
had the medium low pick, you would sound exactly like the ATM.
This is close enough.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a good radio. Your thoughts?
I really don't have any because I don't have any experience with any first one, so.
I thought you briefly had a 150.
No? Where the hell did you hear that from?
I thought your mouth.
I never had a 150.
And what I really want's a WX268 because same decoding supremacy on all bands.
It's actually dual band. And it actually has two tuners.
Yeah, so it's actually better than the BC370 at that.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
The BC370 can only do weather or AM or FM or TV. That thing can monitor weather and AM FM.
Still, it doesn't have the. It was a big competitor to the BC370.
But it doesn't have NIST.
It does, actually.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it has this and it also has text messages.
Text? What do you mean text messages?
Like, it'll say the National Weather Service has indicated a tornado watch for the following counties.
Okay, so that's actually kind of cool. So it actually does that instead of just saying tornado watch. So it works in kind of the same way as like a Sage 1822 does with its alert logs.
Yeah. Now I really want one.
Get the one that's out there.
I'll try.
But anyways, so is there anything more I'm forgetting?
You still have your Canadian.
No, Donovan. I give it to Donovan. Remember?
How many months ago did you do that?
June.
Oh yeah. Nope, I think that's it. What about your ER10?
I have an ER10 and a 12247, but I have no clue where they are.
Also a 261, 2004.
Yeah, no 4261 as well, which I'm hoping to find up at school along with the 247. The ER10 VP, I just have no clue what happened with it. I might as well just get another one.
It won't be the same version though.
It'll be a version 2.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll be good if I can find my my ER10 VP V1.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it, folks.
So anyways, yeah, this has been just a general overview collection. I'm sorry this was in 3 parts. Like I said, part 1 ended because my mother called me because she can't turn the TV on because the button's missing, for the most part. Part 2 ended because my phone died, and part 3 ended because, well, we've reached the end.
Well, folks, subscribe to Kanawha County WX. He makes great videos. Be sure to subscribe to Emulated Excitement.
Be sure to subscribe to the guy that did a video about a CD changer and a BMW.
Shut up.
Hi, guys!
I sounded so freaking weird back in the day.
Hey, I sounded terrible when I was younger. I mean, heck, my first alert, that was whenever I was starting to sound better compared to when, yeah, that was better than whenever I was real little. I still like my voice now. Just high. Wanna get high?
Yeah.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Don't forget to- We're doing way too many South Park references this episode.
This episode of Kanawha County WX is sponsored by Comedy Central. Comedy Central, the network that's basically only known for South Park.
All their other shows are terrible, like Seinfeld.
Seinfeld isn't a Comedy Central thing.
Yeah, it is.
No, that premiered on regular network television and still syndicated on there. No, their originals are stuff like the Eric Andre Show and.
It's still a terrible show, so don't watch it.
You're watching Bird Up, the worst show on television. I mean, he wasn't wrong at that.
Yeah. Alright, guys, this is gonna be the end of Claw Count WX review video, guys.
Anyways, well, this wasn't a review video. Anyways, this is just adios, y'all. Again, subscribe if you'd like to. I don't know what it says, but also be sure to subscribe to Vector Collector. Again, a link to his channel will be in the description of every part of the video. All 17 of them. Anyways, that's it for the moment. As always, thanks for watching. I'm not the 8-bit guy. I don't know why I said that. Oh, wait, no, not 8-bit crap. Tecmo.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done.